3 minutes and 20 seconds of the theme the Silver Lake used for 3GL's Sweethearts of Yesterday, and that was actually their recording that they gave me a tape of many years ago. So that was the one they used to open the program with, and of course their closing theme was the one that I used, Sweethearts of Yesterday, and that way I seem to have an affinity with the program because I used to adore it. Alright, well our time now is 4 minutes after 10. We hope you're enjoying the music on 88.3 and the 100th edition of our program, Thanks for the Memory. Jack O'Hagan, famous Australian son. He was a singer and a songwriter, composer, and did a lot of work. He worked for Allen's in the city for many years, and as Philip Brady will no doubt tell you, his mother was his secretary over and over again. So here's Jack O'Hagan and a song he wrote in tribute to his lovely wife Josie. It's recorded with the Green Mill Orchestra, which was down where the Art Centre is now, the old Green Mill. Joe Watson's Green Mill Orchestra, the vocal Jack O'Hagan, the song called Josie and Me. Hope you enjoy it.
Together in a wonderland where stars are always shining.
Let's go to the pictures where we sit and dream. 2 tickets to heaven on the silvery screen. We can ride the range west, be a movie star's guest, or a Juliet or Romeo. Let's go to the pictures a picture show. We can write the range west, be a movie star sketch for a Juliet or Romeo. Let's go to the pictures, to a picture show.
You're listening to 88.3 Southern FM.
Until midnight, you're with Thanks for the Memory with Alex Hehr on 88.3 Southern FM. 10:30 after 10 is our time, and it's dropped down a little bit. It's now 10.9 degrees, on its way to an overnight low of 8. Well, now, for all the ladies down there at the Malvern Arthritic Shop, I'll get it correct if it kills me, thank you for your support too during the year and the requests that you've made. And I'm going to play for you one of my favourite bands, Russ Morgan and his orchestra. And here's a song which was quite big for them, and I hope you enjoy this one. It's called So Tired. Russ Morgan and the orchestra.
So tired of waiting for you, so tired of longing for you, tired of waiting, saving my love for you. So tired of dreaming daydreams, so tired of only play schemes. Why don't you call me tonight, my dear? Tell me that your thoughts are all of me, sweetheart. All day long I wonder why we're far apart. So tired of dreaming of you, so tired of waiting for you. But though I'm tired, I'll wait forever, dear. Dreaming of you, so tired of waiting for you. But though I'm tired, I'll wait forever, dear.
work for you. I'd even slave for you. I'd be a beggar or a knave for you, whatever that is. And if that isn't love, it'll have to do. Until the real thing comes along, I'd gladly move the earth for you, to prove my love and its worth for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do, gotta do, until the real thing comes along. With all the words there at my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours. What more can I say? You want me to rob a bank? Well, I won't do it. I'd die for you, yeah. I'd even cry for you, yeah. I'd tear the stars down from the skies for you. If that isn't love, well, skip it. It'll have to do. Until the real thing comes along. Ready to cry for you. I tear the stars down from the sky for you. That is love. You have to do, baby. Till the real thing comes along. It's the real thing, baby.
It's the real thing, baby, and there it was. Fat Swallow, one of my favourite recordings by the man, Fatsy Boy, and Until the Real Thing Comes Along. Straight before, we heard from Russ Morgan and his orchestra. The vocal was by Russ, and a lovely waltz. They're called So Tired. Coming up to 17 minutes after 10 o'clock now, and let's have this little jingle.
This is your station for music, for news and sports. Now we must pause for a moment, our call letters to report. This is radio station
Southern FM 88.3.
Your station for music and news and sports.
Well, I think it's about time we had another dance. What say you all? Shall we cross over to the public hall once more down the road? Yes, why not? Jack Papworth's orchestra again with the vocalist Bill Powell this occasion. And look, it's self-explanatory. There's an announcer there at the hall. So let's cross over now as we go live to the local hall.
It's old-time dance time. Gentlemen, select your partners, please, for one of the most graceful of the old-time dances, the Velita, as Jack Papworth's orchestra plays a medley of favourite waltz tunes under the title The Costume Ball.
Well, we'll leave the old-time dance there. That was a nice Valletta, wasn't it? A waltz tune there, a selection of waltz tunes, Godiva, Tesoro Mio, Nights of Gladness, In the Shadows, and Venus on Earth. 10 with 88.3 Southern FM. And we'll have this commitment, and we'll be right back with our music.
Céad Míle Fáilte listeners, my name is Declan Foley and I have the pleasure of hosting Celtic Mix on Southern FM every Monday night from 8 to 9 p.m. I invite you to listen in and hear the great sounds of Ireland, Scotland and Wales with a touch of poetry and the latest news hot off the press from Ireland. Join me this Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. on the great sounds from Southern FM 88.3.
This is Shirley Morgan on Southern FM 88.3.
Thank you, Shirley, and hope you're doing well too. I shall send you a fax tomorrow. 22 and a half minutes after 10 o'clock with 88.3, and we continue our music now. Well, let's hear from, George Formby. We haven't had a George Formby track so far. And we're going to play a track called Riding in the TT Races. And I remember seeing a film called No Limit. Golly, this would be back in the 50s. Gee. Anyway, George was doing some riding on TT races. Isle of Man, lad. Can you hear me, mother? And anyways, it was quite a funny film. And George, in his inimitable style, propped up against a lamppost there, singing Riding in the TT Races. He is for us tonight. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. Sit back and relax. Here's George. And right after that, we'll have a track from Max Bygraves. But first, George Formby.
If there's one thing that I like, it's riding around on a motorbike. I'm a speed king. When I once begin, I once won first prize 2 and 6. I know all the dirt track, dirty tricks. I'm a marvel when I'm out to win. In a 50-mile race I am the best. I ride 5 miles and skid the rest. So come along and see me riding in the DD races. Easier than hopscotch, beating all the top-notch aces. I've been riding all my life, I started quite small. I've ridden ferries, cycles, iron scooters and all. Hear the people cheer me when they see me steering backwards. Down the hill I go at breakneck speed. See me coming down the street with the winning post on the pillion seat. Oh, come along and see me riding in the DD race. Everybody's staring, I am such a daring rider. My inside rattles when I go the pace. My ribs begin to shake about, there's all my spare parts sticking out. So come along and see me riding in the DD race.
You're tuned to the great southern sounds of Melbourne, 88.3 Southern FM.
it's spring again, I'll bring again tulips from Amsterdam. With a heart that's true, I'll give to you tulips from Amsterdam. I can't wait until the day you fill these eager arms of mine. Like the windmill keeps on turning, that's how my heart keeps on yearning for the day I know we can share these tulips from Amsterdam. Spring again, oh, I'll bring again tulips from Amsterdam. With a heart that's true, I'll give to you tulips from Amsterdam. I can't wait until the day you fill these eager arms of mine. Like the windmill keeps on turning, that's how my heart keeps on yearning for the day I know we can share these tulips from Amsterdam. Share these tulips from Amsterdam.
Tulips from Amsterdam, and that was a big hit, of course, for Max Bygraves, and one of my favourite songs from him. A lovely tune, I think. And before that, riding in the TT races with George Formby. 29 after 10 with 88.3, your programme, a 100th edition of Thanks for the Memory. We have an hour and a half to go, and I hope you're going to stick with me right through to the end of our programme. Have a note here that the Red Cross Blood Bank mobile unit will be at the following places for this week. Tuesday the 10th, they'll be at Dandenong at the Town Hall Walker Street entrance. Wednesday the 11th, they'll be there as well. Somebody's had a typographical error here and they've got Wednesday the 10th as well, but it'll be Wednesday the 11th. Thursday the 12th, they'll be at Box Hill TAFE in 464 Elgar Road in Box Hill. They'll also be there on Friday the 13th. So they're Tuesday and Wednesday at Dandenong at the Town Hall, Walker Street entrance. Then Thursday and Friday, Box Hill TAFE in Elgar Road, if you would like to donate some blood, and they always seem to need it. 10.8 degrees outside our studios in Moorabbin. You're with 88.3. I hope you're enjoying the 100th edition of Thanks for the Memory, right here on the station that sounds great to me, 88.3.
I'm thinking, dear, of you and all I meant to do when we're together, you and I.
We'll soon forget our care and pain and find such lovely things to share. We'll gather
birds have learned to sing again. When you come home once more,
and in the evening by the firelight's glow, you'll hold me close and never let me go. Your eyes will tell me all I want to know when you come home once
local news and views and the greatest variety of music, this is Southern FM 88.3.
Seems like old times, having you to walk with, just like old times, having you to talk with, and it's still a thrill just to have my arms around you. Still the thrill that it was the day I found you. Seems like old times, dinner dates and flowers, just like old times, staying up for hours, making dreams come true, doing things we used to do. Seems like old times, being here with you.
seems like old times, it certainly does, and it seems like we're part of a big family. All the listeners to 88.3 and our Top Nostalgia program on a Sunday night between 8 and midnight. And you're listening to the 100th edition of the show, and we hope you're enjoying it. That time we heard from Guy Lombardo's orchestra again. Lovely old song, Seems Like Old Times. And before that, Shirley MacDonald and Neil Williams, Australia's own, with Eric Jupp's orchestra. Lovely song, We'll Gather Lilacs. Written, of course, by Ivor Novello. It's 23 to 11.
Sunday, September 15th is grand final day in the Southern Football League, and you can catch all the action right here on 88.3 Southern FM.
Ho-ho! Join our Southern Sport team at 1 p.m. for all the excitement of the big game. Daryl Pittman and John Hurth will provide a ball-bursting description, while former Tigers and Magpie champ Davey Cloak will add his expert comments.
The 1996 SFL Grand Final is proudly brought to you by Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services of 8 Overseas Drive, Noble Park.
Your beauty, the Southern Footy League Grand Final coverage, exclusive to 88.3 Southern FM.
Ooh, whoop, 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 whoop. Well, they do go on. Until midnight, you're on Thanks for the Memory from Southern FM 88.3. Yes, you are on Southern FM 88.3, down to 10.7 degrees, on its way to an overnight low of 8. We didn't get an updated weather report. I think there might have been a problem with the fax machine, but never mind. I know it's going to be 8 and 16 tomorrow, so there you go. It's not raining at the moment, and that's all that really matters. Well, the next song we're playing is a lovely tune called My Heart Will Be Dancing, and this is from a show called Lilac Domino. And it was one of those shows that really didn't do all that much, but I think this is an outstanding song coming from that show. And the English tenor Michael Bartlett sings the song for us. This is on a old Columbia English, Columbia 78. My Heart Will Be Dancing. And I hope you enjoy this one as much as I like it. Here it comes.
There is someone I meet in dreams, just an ideal, yet very real, sharing all my hopes and my schemes, and I say how alone to my unknown. My heart will be dancing when I meet you. My heart will be dancing when hopes come true. My search will be ended as fate intended. My will be heaven because I'll have you. You are somewhere waiting for me, I know, and I shall find you sooner or later, and my whole life will be laughter forever after. My heart will be dancing the day I meet you. life will be laughter forever after. My heart will be dancing for the day I meet you.
Song of songs, song of memory, and broken melody of love and life, nevermore for me can that melody fill the heart with the joy once it knew. Oh, night of bliss, night of June and love, beneath the stars, amid the roses. Oh, dream of delight that faded at dawn. Oh, song of songs, oh, night of bliss, when you were my whole world of love. Do you recall that night in June when first we met? Do you remember, love, the words we spoke? Have you forgotten all the tender vows we made in the silent, magical moonbeams' light? Gone are the golden dreams with summer roses, and all our tenderest vows were made but to be broken. Song of songs, song of memory, and broken melody of love and life, nevermore for me can that melody fill the heart with the joy once it knew. Oh, night of bliss, night of June and love, beneath the stars, amid the roses. Oh, dream of delight that faded at dawn. Oh, song of songs, oh, night of bliss, when you were my whole world of love. When you were my whole world of
Beautiful voice of the late Jan Pearce, or Jan Pearce, and Song of Songs. And we've gone from George Formby riding in the TT races to the wonderful Song of Songs with Jan Pearce. Such is the diversity of the music we play on our program. Thanks for the memory. And don't forget that if you want to request, all you have to do is simply give me a call, 9556 4466, or give us a letter, small note to the station to which you are now listening at PO Box 188, Moorabbin 3189, and I'll be happy to play a record for you. 13 and a half to 11.
When you can't read and write properly, life can be very difficult.
How can I help my kids to read when I can't do it myself?
I'd lose my job if the boss ever found out.
I feel like a second-class citizen.
You can get help to improve your reading and writing skills in your own home, and it's free. Call the Reading Writing Hotline for details. 1800 02 1184. You can do it. 1800 02 1184.
Until midnight, you're with Thanks for the Memory on Southern FM 88.3.
Cruising down the river on a Sunday afternoon with one you love, the sun above, waiting for the moon. The old accordion playing a sentimental tune. Cruising down the river on a Sunday afternoon. The birds above all sing of love, a gentle, sweet refrain. The winds around all make a sound like softly falling rain. Just two of us together, we'll plan a honeymoon. Cruising down the river on a Sunday afternoon. Cruising down the river on a Sunday afternoon with one you love, the sun above, waiting for the moon. The old accordion playing a sentimental tune. Cruising down the river on a Sunday afternoon. The birds above all sing of love, a gentle, sweet refrain. The winds around all make a sound like softly falling rain. Just two of us together, we'll plan a honeymoon. Cruising down the river on a Sunday afternoon.
And now here's Leo McCaffrey and all about Seamus O'Brien.
Oh, sweet is the smile of the beautiful morn as it peeps through the curtains of night, as the voice of the nightingale singing its tune, while the stars seem to smile with delight. All nature now lingers in silent repose as the sweet breath of summer hath come, while I sit and I wonder if Seamus e'er knows how sad and unhappy I am. Oh, Seamus O'Brien, why don't you come home? And you don't know how happy I'll be. I've but one darling wish, and that is that you'll come and forever be happy with me. I'll smile when you smile, and I'll weep when you weep, and I'll give you a kiss for a kiss. And for all the fond vows that I make you I'll keep. What more can I promise than this? As the sea got such joy and such beautiful charms, that your heart will not leave it for me. Oh, why did I let you get out of my arms, a bird that is caged and is free? Oh, Seamus O'Brien, why don't you come home? And you don't know how happy I'll be. I've but one darling wish, and that is that you'll come and forever be happy with me.
And that was the Irish tenor Leo McCaffrey. A nice Irish tune, Seamus O'Brien, Won't You Please Come Home. He was accompanied by the Pride of Erin Cayley Band and led by Paul Harrop on that particular recording. And I've had that one for many, many years. 1963 I got that recording, and I love that particular track. There's a couple of other nice Irish tunes on that I adore too. 10.6 degrees in Moorabbin on 88.3. Your program, of course, is Thanks for the Memory, our 100th edition, and we hope that you're enjoying it. Celebrating 400 hours of top nostalgia, you're listening to the 100th edition of Thanks for the Memory on 88.3 Southern FM, the station that sounds great to me. Yes, and of course what you only hear, or what you hear, is only the tip of the iceberg of 400 hours of programming, but there's about 6 hours of preparation and post-production or pre-production goes into this program. Because there are things, the program has to be pulled out of the record library, it has to be typed up on the computer. We pre-record on this day, that has to be researched and recorded. Also, the database is extracted. From that we extract the Hall of Fame. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. So I guess 10 hours of work, including the presentation of the program every week. So it's a lot of work, but it's a labour of love. So 1,000 hours, I guess, I've committed to this program, which I'm very pleased and proud of. So I'll get down off my soapbox now. Harry Davidson is stepping up onto the bandstand, and he's conducting his orchestra, his old-time orchestra, and this is a valse cotillion. It's an old-time dance. It's a lovely selection of waltz tunes, and I'm sure you'll recognise most of these, if not all. So make way for Harry Davidson and his old-time orchestra. Gee, that was nice. I enjoyed that very much. That's Harry Davidson and his old-time dance orchestra. And you recall earlier on in the program we played Jack Papworth with the Costume Ball. Well, I thought we'd have another version of the Fairy Dream, which is the other side of that particular recording. So I got out the Harry Davidson recording of it. It's lovely. And the pieces we heard were Danse la Nuit, Dance of the Night, I assume, Valse September, Soba Pas Soleil, Comédie d'amour, Golden Silver in Southern Seas, and Trombilde. Yeah, so I wish I hadn't started that now. Never mind, the old pronunciation's not all that crash hot when it comes to French. Yes, indeed, it's just after 11 o'clock.
The best blend of music, community news and views. The great Southern Sounds of Melbourne. 88.3 Southern FM.
And you're enjoying, at least we hope you are, the 100th edition of Thanks for the Memory. And I know Ernie is. Ernie's one of our good workers here at the station, and also he loves the program and requests every week. He has a request played, and I'm sure he heard his request earlier this evening. And if we have time, I'll throw another one in for you, Ernie, later on, but only if we have time. If not, I'll play it next week for you. It's a minute after 11, and I want to thank everyone that's rung up tonight, to Jeff and Margaret. It's great to hear from you and know that you're appreciating the good music. Well, I mentioned Al Bowley earlier on, and we've got another 2 tracks, I think, from Al tonight. Here's one of them, and one that I particularly like. I like the song Walkin' My Baby Back Home. Very rare to find this particular recording with Al Bowley and the Jack Leon Orchestra. And I've got it ready and lined up for us now. So let's have a nice bright one from Al with Jack Leon and Walkin' My Baby Back Home.
It's great after being out late, walking my baby back home. Arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting a poem. Owls go by and they give me the eye, walk my baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives me a smile and snuggles her head to my chest. We start into pet, and that's when I get her talcum all over my vest. After I kind of straighten my tie, she has to borrow my comb. One kiss, then I continue again, walk my baby back home.
sail away. I dream of her and Avalon from dusk till dawn. So I think I'll travel on to Avalon. And as the night is falling, I find that I'm recalling that blissful, all-enthralling day. Beside the bay, and I sail away. I dream of her and Avalon from dusk till dawn. So I think I travel on to Avalon.
So-called world's greatest entertainer of his time anyway, Al Jolson and Avalon. Nice song that, isn't it? Very pleasant tune. 7.5 after 11 o'clock with 88.3. You're on Southern FM. And of course we had Walking My Baby Back Home with Al Bowley prior to Big Al.
I've got a problem I don't like talking about.
Oh, you could write it down.
Well, that's the problem.
What's the problem?
Writing
Writing?
and reading.
Oh, you can't read and write. But that's awful.
Well, it's not my fault.
Oh, of course it's not your fault. But it's never too late to learn.
For free private help with reading and writing, phone the free call Reading Writing Hotline on 1800 02 1184. 1800 02 1184.
Go on, call them. You can do it.
Hello, this is Steve Price, and you're listening to Thanks for the Memory on 88.3 Southern FM with Alex Hehr.
Yes, thank you very much indeed, Steve Price. It's 10.6 degrees, as I said, on its way down to an overnight low of 8, and tomorrow should be 16. Is it going to rain tomorrow? Let's see. A few showers, yes. Mainly cloudy with a few showers, moderate to fresh northwest to westerly wind. 9 after 11, and we're in the home straight, the final hour of our program, and I'm enjoying playing these lovely recordings for you. I hope you're enjoying listening to them. Well, here's a song that takes me back to a film called The Student Prince, and Edmund Purdom played the role, and I always thought he had a lovely voice until I realised and found out that it wasn't him singing at all, because the voice was dubbed and pre-recorded by Mario Lanza, because he was going to star in the film, and then as was Mario's wont, he spat the dummy, and he was getting very big too. He was up and down in size and weight, and so the producers of the film lost patience and flung him and put in the Englishman, Edmund Purdom. But they still used his voice, Mario's lovely voice, and the recordings he made for that particular film. Here he is now to sing Serenade, and this is one of the most beautiful pieces I think that he does do, and I know Jan will like this. We were talking earlier tonight and she loves Serenade by Mario Lanza. So for all of you Mario Lanza freaks, here it is, Serenade. Hope you enjoy it.
Overhead the moon is beaming, white as blossoms on the bough. Nothing is heard but the song of a bird, filling all the air with dreaming. Could I hear this song forever, calling to my
voice in the wind that stirs the willows. I see your face in the stars that shine above. Hold me closer tonight, we love. The willows bending, the stars that shine, the shorelights blending, they're yours and mine. Drifting along in my heart, there's a song, and the song in my heart will not fade. Oh, hear my serenade, my moonlight serenade. Overhead the moon is beaming, white as blossoms on the bough. Nothing is heard but the song of a bird, filling all the air with dreaming. Could this beauty last forever? I would ask for nothing more. Believe me, let this night not live forever.
Well, as my friend Bob Horsfall would say, beat that and play fair. Lovely voice of the late Mario Lanza and Serenade from the Student Prince. At 14 minutes after 11 o'clock, and we'll keep the music coming. We have got a few more tracks. Well, we've got 45 minutes worth of tracks here to get through, so we want to make sure we get them all in. Happy Days Are Here Again. You heard portion of it in the opener. But I'm going to play the entire track now. This was another one, I think I played this on either the first or the second show, and it brings back so many memories to me because it's the actual recording that they used on Channel 7 for the Happy Show at the end of the show when you were getting your Tarax and all that. Well, not Tarax, I don't know whether it was Tarax, but whatever it was. It was sort of, you got a little bag of goodies. And the version they used was from the Furco String Band. So here it is in all its glory, the nice bright up-tempo arrangement of Happy Days Are Here Again. And let's get with Happy Hammond and the old coat and the hat and clap the fingers and all that sort of stuff.
Happy days are here again. Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let us sing the song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. All together shout it now. There's no one who can doubt it now. So let's tell the world about it now. Happy days are here again. Your cares and troubles are gone. There'll be no more from now on. Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let us sing the song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
This is Peter James. Welcome to 88.3 Southern FM.
wherever she goes, with plenty of rhythm to tickle her toes. Wherever she goes, she shall have music. She shall have songbirds to sing her to sleep, with plenty of dream birds to count up the sheep, awake or asleep. She shall have music, and while she's dreaming, I'll write a dream song, and I'll be hoping that it will be our theme song. She shall have church bells to ring out in rhyme, so we can go marching in honeymoon time. She shall have music wherever she goes.
She Shall Have Music, and that was Jack Hilton's orchestra again. He opened our program, of course, with Singing in the Rain, but the vocalist on this occasion was Sam Costa, and they recorded it in March 1936. And Alan, I thought you might like that one, seeing you like the English dance bands of the period. So She Shall Have Music there, Jack Hilton, Sam Costa vocal. Furco String Band then, with before that rather, with Happy Days Are Here Again. It's 10.5 degrees currently, 21 minutes after 11 o'clock with 88.3 Southern FM. And I'll tell you all about it.
This is your station for music, for news and sports. Now we must pause for a moment, our call letters to report. This is radio station,
the aforementioned 88.3 Southern FM.
Your station for music and news and sports.
Well, I'm going to play two of my favourite songs now, back to back. I've had these recordings on 78 for many years. Ben Selvon's orchestra first up with Build a Little Home, and you ask the question, where are you going to build it? 10 little miles from town, and it's the organ, the dance band and me. So let's build the home first. Here's Ben Selvon and his orchestra.
stars. We can decorate the ceiling
with an optimistic feeling.
We can build a little home.
Every single little dream is a shingle or a rafter.
We can paint the house with laughter when we build a little home. It's not a palace,
it's not a poor house,
and the rent is absolutely free.
Now this is your house, but is it my house?
Sure, if you'll come and live with me.
With a carpet on the floor,
with a carpet on the floor,
made of buttercups and clover.
Gee, all our troubles will be over when we build a little home.
From the railroad station, we're gonna settle down. Far from the roar of the population, 10 little miles from town. 5 little miles from the nearest neighbor, dressed in my dressing gown. I'll find a kiss for my daily labor, 10 little miles from town. Just you and I make 2, and 2 is company. Who cares? We're millionaires, as long as we've got weed. We'll phone the stock for a tiny border after a year rolls round. We'll tell the stock he can drop our order 10 little miles from town.
Love those 2 recordings. We heard firstly Build a Little Home, Ben Selvin's orchestra, vocalist Irene Collins and Fran Frey, and they were building it 10 little miles from town. The organ, the dance band and me. That was Billy Thorburns organ, dance band and me, with the vocalist George Barclay. Couple of nice bright ones. Hope you enjoy them.
For local news and views and the greatest variety of music, this is Southern FM 88.3.
Intrusive, isn't it? It's meant to be. It's a smoke alarm. And if you hear it in the middle of the night, you may be terrified. That's okay. The adrenaline will wake you as you recall your escape plan. You do have an escape plan, don't you? Plan to survive. Install smoke alarms and make sure your family rehearses an escape drill. A winter fire safety message from the Metropolitan Fire Brigade.
11:29 in Melbourne on 88.3 Southern FM. 10.5 degrees is our temperature reading, and we continue on with our music now through until midnight in the last half hour of our program of Thanks for the Memory, centenary edition number 100. Chick Henderson, Joe Loss's orchestra now, and Joe's about to raise the baton for Chick to sing Please Be Kind. And we'll follow that with Jack Jackson's orchestra, great orchestra from London also, vocalist Alberta Hunter, and she's going to sing 2 Cigarettes in the Dark. But first, here's Chick and Please Be Kind. Wrong. Here's Chick Henderson.
My first affair, so please be kind. Handle my heart with care, oh, please be kind. This is all so grand, my dreams are on parade. If you'll just understand, they'll never fade. Tell me your love sincere, oh, please be kind. Tell me I needn't fear, oh, please be kind. 'Cause if you leave me, dear, I know my heart will lose its mind. If you love me, please be kind.
cigarettes in the dark. He strikes a match till the spark clearly traces one face is my sweetheart. Two silhouettes in a room, almost obscured by the gloom. I was so close, yet so far apart. It happened that I stumbled in upon their rendezvous. I heard my sweetheart whispering, I love you, you know that I do. Two cigarettes in the dark, gone is the flame and the spark, leaving just regrets and 2 cigarettes in the dark.
What a great sound of an English dance band from 1934. Had a fantastic sound around that period, and that was Jack Jackson's orchestra. The American singer Alberta Hunter, who was in England doing some work at the time, and a lovely vocal too. It's 24 minutes to 12 o'clock, and shortly we'll be back with one of the best songs of all time.
So, tell me your problem.
I think it all started with my parents telling me to be an accountant.
Accountancy is good, yeah?
Yes, but I wanted to work in radio.
Radio, that's easy fix.
But
Southern FM, they always need volunteers for everything. You can work on the news, fix the broken bits, promotion, even be on air. Community radio is radio for community by the community. They need you, Fräulein.
But I...
Here's the number to call, 9556-4466. They have all the information on how to become involved, and they're always on the lookout for volunteers. This is your big break.
What?
The number, 955-644-66. Southern FM Community Radio.
But now I want to be an astronaut.
This is going to be harder to fix, yeah?
Yes, 23 to 12 with 88.3. As I said, probably one of the best love songs of all time. Bluebird of Happiness. It was so popular that when 3KZ were playing it on the old Hill and Dale recordings, world records back in the 30s, they virtually had to tell the people and announce when it was going to be played next. So popular was the song. Here it is. It's Jan Pearce and The Bluebird of Happiness, and we'll follow this with another Russ Morgan disc, and I know that Ernie will enjoy strumming on the old banjo. So let's have 2 in a row. First up, though, it's Jan Pearce.
The beggar man and the mighty king are only different in name, for they are treated just the same by fate. Today a smile and tomorrow a tear, we're never sure what's in store, so learn your lesson before it is too late. So be like I, hold your head up high, till you find the bluebird of happiness. You will find greater peace of mind, knowing there's a bluebird in blue, you will see a ray of light creep through, and so remember this: life is no abyss. Somewhere there's a bluebird of happiness.
The poet with his pen, the peasant with his plow. It makes no difference who you are. It's all the same somehow. The king upon his throne, the jester at his feet, the artist, the actress, the man on the street. It's a life of smiles and a life of tears. It's a life of hopes and a life of fears. A blinding torrent of rain and a brilliant burst of sun. A biting, tearing pain and bubbling, sparkling fun. And no matter what you have, don't envy those you meet. It's all the same. It's in the game, the bitter and the sweet. And if things don't look so cheerful, just show a little fight. For every bit of darkness, there's a little bit of light. For every bit of hatred, there's a little bit of love. For every cloudy morning, there's a midnight moon above. So don't you forget, you must search till you find the bluebird. You will find peace and contentment forever. If you will be like I, hold your head up high till you see a ray of light and cheer. And so remember this: life is no abyss. Somewhere there's a bluebird of happiness.
Strumming on the old banjo, humming melodies of long ago, crooning a tune by a shadowy nook, dipping your feet in the babbling brook, a song in your heart and a smile on your face.
The girl sings soprano,
The fellas sing bass. When we're strumming on the old banjo, kissing, sighing, while the moon is all aglow. Sweet Rosie O'Grady or sweet Adeline, we're really having a wonderful time when we're strumming on the old banjo. Crooning a tune by a shadowy nook, dipping your feet in the babbling brook, a song in your heart and a smile on your face.
The girl sings soprano,
The fellas sing bass. When we're strumming,
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 strumming on the old banjo. Kissing,
kissing,
sighing,
sighing,
while the moon is all aglow. Sweet Rosie O'Grady or sweet Adeline, we're really having a wonderful time when we're strumming,
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 strumming on the old banjo. Strumming, strumming, strumming on the old banjo. Kissing, sighing, while the moon is all aglow. Sweet Rosie O'Grady or sweet Adeline, we're really having a wonderful time when we're strumming, strumming, strumming on the old banjo.
Strumming on the old banjo. And Ernie, I know you'd like that one. And that was Russ Morgan's orchestra. And I want to say a big hi to Shirley and to Andrew, or FW as he's better known. I don't know whether you can hear us. They're driving down from Kyneton, but they rang in on the mobile to say congratulations. And that was very thoughtful of you. Thank you very much indeed. So drive safely, and we'll look forward to seeing you shortly. It's 14 and a half minutes away from midnight, and we've got more music to come, so let's get on with it. Here's Ray Martin's Concert Orchestra, lovely song called Summertime in Venice.
and strong, with a wish that is kind and true. A memory has painted this perfect day with colors that never fade, and we find at the end of a perfect day the soul of a friend we've
The Luton Girls Choir, Someday My Heart Will Awake, and before that we heard Nelson Eddy and A Perfect Day. Summertime in Venice, Ray Martin's Orchestra, 5:30 to 12.
I love to spend each Sunday with you as friend to friend. I'm sorry it's through. I'm telling you just how I feel. I hope you feel that way too. Let's make a date for next Sunday night. I'm here to state 'twill be my delight to sing again, bring again the things you want me to. I I love to spend each Sunday with you. And a rendezvous. Your eyes held a message tender, saying I surrender all my love to you. Midnight brought us sweet romance. I know for my whole life through I'll be remembering you, whatever else I do. Midnight, where the stars and you.
That's it. The 100th edition of Thanks for the Memory. I hope you've enjoyed the music as much as I've enjoyed putting it together for you tonight and bringing you the program. I hope you'll join me next Sunday night as we go from 101 towards 200. Until then, this is Alex Hehr signing off saying, have a great week, everything you wish yourselves. Good night now. God bless.